Welcome to Anam Cara. My name is Asa Grace Morton, and I'm here with my beloved soul friend, Karen Montgomery. Anam Cara means soul friends. We're here as an intentional community where tender spirits gather together to share our gifts and our talents with each other, and all are welcome. Today we're here to talk about creativity as spirituality. We're here today to talk about creativity as spirituality. You know, Karen, as I was thinking about what we would be talking about today, I was reminded of the shamanic tradition that tells us that energy flows where attention goes. And I'm thinking creativity can be our ticket to a positive flow in our lives. I know that when I'm experientially in that creative place, it takes me to a place that I want to experience more. I want more of being out of the day-to-day demands and the necessary structure where I feel freedom and I feel whole and I feel peace. I'm wondering how you experience spirituality.
I totally agree with the flow of what you're saying about that, because creativity to me is expressing the soul. Okay, so it's soul expression. It's giving ourselves permission to fly, giving ourselves our voice, our fears, our grief, even our talents, wings. And that is what creativity is to me, for sure.
Thank you. You always say things so eloquently. So can you talk to us a little about the difference between being an artist and being creative?
Great question. An artist would be someone, for instance, who's had more formal training, usually. There are street artists who paint the murals and so forth, and they haven't sometimes had the formal training, but that's what one would think when they are called an artist. However, being a creative person is what is the seed inside of everyone. You know, the freedom to give wings to our ideas, to create something new on the table, in the kitchen, holding a meeting differently, more creatively. It could be painting something a different way. It's thinking outside the box and, again, giving our soul expression.
That's interesting because I know that I'm a creative teacher. Mm-hmm. And that makes me so happy to be able to create interest, get attention, create interest, and draw people to a conclusion. It is amazing. So there's so many ways. So I noticed that you've brought some books with you today, and I'm wondering if you'll tell us about those.
I would love to. Okay, so I fell in love with art journaling many years ago. Okay, and you can go to the dollar store and get journals with lines in them, just like that. That doesn't mean it can't be an art journal. All you do is start adding your pictures,
lovely,
a photograph, a drawing, crayons, pastels, and you intermingle it with all of your words. You can even take, for instance, you can start writing in patterns. I don't have Zentangles in these, but that's where you take the lines and you start connect this and that and different kinds of shapes and so forth. You can collage in your journal.
I love that.
Okay, all kinds of different things. Paint in the background, paint in between the lines. It's all about giving your soul that freedom to do what feels fun and exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, this is another journal. This is a little bit more of a fancy journal from Barnes & Noble, for instance, where it's handmade paper on the outside. And then you can cut out pictures from magazines, sort of along the lines of collage. Now, this particular one, when I thought to bring these art journals, I thought, and I started read them. Oh my gosh. I reread and felt the same tears when a friend died many years ago, and this was my salvation, writing to her through my journal. And then this one I love because I took fabrics on this one. And I glued fabrics on there. I took a picture myself and at a certain point in life and printed it on fabric and took photographs and put them in here. But this is especially special to me because I took photographs from me when I was little. This is my identity journal. Okay.
I love that.
And so in the identity journal, I've got pictures of my kids when they were little. I wrote poems. I stole poems from here and there. And here's pictures of my parents. This is my identity journal. And I go to this when I'm struggling. Oh, what did I say before? I know I had a better idea about it. This is a way to express yourself through art journaling,
Very
which
nice.
I love. You can even make your own books, for Pete's sake.
Yes.
So,
What got a little something over there you haven't talked about yet.
are you talking about these guys?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So these are cards. So I've always loved photography and collage, and I put the two together. And I might take a store-bought card and put it with a photograph and make another card. Okay, there's the card. And here's another card. I mean, it's just so much fun just to make personal cards for people. That's been ever since high school. In fact, in summer camp one year, I was called the Sunshine Chairman because I would come up with just automatically, oh, let's do something different with the flowers today for the table. Let's do something different with our drawings.
You are the Sunshine Chairman. So I brought with me today
Yeah,
a
what'd you
quilt
bring?
that I made, and it's well worn and super loved. Let's turn it over this way. Yeah. I like that pink one in the middle. So when I turned 55, I was one of those hard birthdays where I just really did some soul searching, looking back and thinking forward. And I came to the realization that I wanted more fun, more laughter, and I wanted more color. So as I began to think, well, how can I do that? I came up with quilting. And what I found was that I so enjoyed picking the colors, choosing the pattern, cutting them. It's all very mathematical and systematic, which really appeals to my spider web weaving gene. And so I just it was very prolific for probably 10 or 12 years. And that really was a time when I realized how much I enjoy working with fabrics. I consider myself a fabric artist.
Okay.
And so, I said artist.
Because
no training, but
you self-taught. You have
yep.
perfected it, and your soul sings when you
And
do
my
it.
soul
You
sings.
are a fabric
Right.
artist.
All right, thanks. Now I'm also noticing that we have a little jewelry box on the table. So tell me about that.
Ooh. Okay, before we get in the box, this is a necklace that Miss Asa made for me one time. This is something that we've experimented with. My daughter gave me this beautiful labradorite heart, and Asa said, oh, I should make a necklace for it. And she surprised me with this beautiful copper wire necklace that I treasure because I can wear it near my heart. And then this is something that, since she can do it, I can do it.
Right, of course.
So this is a special friend of ours who loves owls. It's one of her totems, and she had a sunstone that's this little square, and she said, can you make me a necklace with this? And sure enough, all it took was a couple little things from the hobby store with a little charm owl and some beads and wire, and bada boom. Oh, glue too.
A little glue.
And then this one I just came up with a couple days ago before we even talked about bringing jewelry. And we have a dear friend, Susan Lakehart, who makes glass, ocean glass, sea glass jewelry. And I had these two pendants from her, necklaces that I put on chains of various times, and I thought they want to be together. And so I put an abalone in the middle and some beads and wore it out the other night and got 2 compliments.
I'm sure you did.
Because
It's
the
just
energy
lovely.
is so good.
I know.
You know?
And it's so unusual and so simple.
Simple. It
So
is
simple. Anybody could do
Right.
this.
Hardly thought about it, and just
Anybody could do this.
and it makes you so happy when you wear or you share
Yes,
what you've
wear and
created with
share. I
someone
love
else.
that. So this is what we'll be doing
Yes.
in September. When we meet on September 10th, we'll be sharing and having a look at what other soul friends are doing. And I just want to go over a few of the things that are options if you don't make jewelry or journal or
Right.
make quilts.
Anything.
You may be a crafter. People like to knit and sew, make soaps, fragrance soaps and decorative soaps, gardening, landscaping, cooking. Bring a picture of some things that you have done and things that you feel proud of, or even maybe something you was a total bust, but you enjoyed putting it together. And
Or something that you can't throw away. We can come up with a creative solution for it.
oh
We
my
will
gosh,
upcycle it.
that thing you made when you were in kindergarten that you hate. But you can't throw it away. Yes, bring it. All right. So, and then of course the more meditative things like journaling and writing
Right.
poetry, writing music and things like that. So on Saturday, September 10, you're invited to bring a representation or multiple representations of your creativity. You can bring pictures of your landscaping, gardening, cooking. Bring music that feeds your soul, or music that you've written, poetry, either that you've written or that you enjoy reading. Bring an instrument, sing a song, teach us a dance,
Music.
share a journal entry. I'm going to bring some music, tell a story, bring some artwork or a collage. As a collective, we grow exponentially when we meet together and share our positive energies. Join us and bring samples or representations of your creative efforts, or come and simply experience being in a caring, accepting community. As we become mindful of our creative power of our minds, we become what we were created to be, creators. In September, we also are going to have a fall equinox a walk, and the labyrinth walk. That's going to be on Friday, September 23rd. Bring a drum or a musical instrument or other rhythmic things that might be helpful, a rattle. We also have some things that will be available if you want to use.
Yeah, you don't have to bring anything.
Yes.
Except yourself, maybe.
Right, except maybe
And
a
a
dish
friend.
for sharing, for there's always feasting when we get together. And then in October, Monica McCormick, our beloved Mac, who has for over a decade of shamanic training, she's going to lead us in a ceremony of letting go and forgiveness, culminating with a fire transmutation of that which needs to be released back to heaven. Join us at 2 for preparation, fire ceremonies at sunset. Bring a dish for feasting.
And
We've
that's
got
October
8.
8th.
We have got some other good things coming up, and you'll be hearing more about that. Thanks for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you on September 10th.
Yes.
And we do Salante. How do you say that?
Salente?
Salante.
Yes.